Hi Pisces, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-December 2024 love reading. Thank you to those of you who've liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and the gap spread. And the way it works is a look at the past, present, future energies between you and your main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll pull some oracle cards as well for some additional insight, and that's the bridge and the gap dynamic comes into play. As far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lotus 5 Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind that the general reading, some could be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards to the right as the other person's. If you always see a way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Six of Staves. So this is Leo energy here. And to me, this says in the past you were feeling pretty confident in your approach to this person. You might have felt like there was a strong attraction toward them, and you might have felt like you actually saw the potential for the connection to go the distance. Alright, past energy on their side, we have the Hermit. So this person could have been a bit more reserved, right? So maybe not as forthright with how they were feeling. So whereas you seem to be approaching with confidence, it might have been harder to figure out where they were coming from. Alright, present energy on your side, we have the Nine of Staves. So it's going to be saying that now you might be feeling a lot more guarded toward the connection. So I feel like this is saying on the one hand, your attraction for them is probably still there, but now you're just feeling not as open and expressive as you were in the past. Alright, present energy on their side, we have the Hierophant. So this is actually Taurus energy here, but beyond that, it could just be saying that now actually they might be seeing the potential for the connection with you. So again, like I said in the past, they might have come across a bit more reserved, but now they might actually be showing some signs that they would be interested in taking the connection to the next level between the two of you. Alright, future energy on your side, we have the King of Cups. So Scorpio energy here, and really this says that when I see this card, I usually think that it means that the person's feelings is still there, right? I mean, the King of Cups is pretty high level, and then with the artwork in this particular deck, though, we see the back turn to the cards on that side, right? So again, I get a similar feeling here where, like I said, it seemed like in the past, you were feeling sure of yourself, confident, expressive, right? In the present, it looks like the attraction's still there, but you feel a little bit more guarded around the situation, and now in the future, looks like the feelings will still be there, but you won't really be as open and expressive about them. Right? And future energy on their side, we have the Eight of Wands. So Sagittarius energy here, it's definitely an action-oriented energy. So to me it says that they're going to keep trying to take action to move the connection forward. So really, I mean, it's interesting where it seems like in the past, you guys were the ones who were confident, and whereas I wouldn't say they were lacking confidence, but it was just not clear what they were feeling, and now it seems like as their confidence is growing, you're actually withdrawing. So it's interesting to almost see the energy between the two of you flip in a certain way. So I don't know. So one way I could see that potentially playing out in the practical sense is, let's say if you did approach them and through the way they were approaching the situation, you might have felt a little rejected by it, right? So then that could have had you feeling like a little bit more guarded, feeling like you were rejected, but that wasn't actually the case. It's just that this person opens up and moves a little bit more slowly in connections. But at that point, it seems like the damage might have been done as far as you still seem like you're a little closed off, even though the feelings are still there. So obviously that wouldn't be the case for all of you, but that's definitely one way I could see those energies potentially interacting with each other. Bottom of the deck on your side, we have the King of Coins. So Taurus energy here. So to me this says that ultimately you will grow in your confidence and you will be able to express what's really going on and what you see as far as how this connection would go between the two of you. So whereas I saw you were already there in the past, it looks like you might actually return to that energy in the near future. And bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Three of Swords. So usually, especially with this dramatic artwork, what I get from this is more than likely they might assume the worst through your withdrawal, So what I mean by that is, if they were like, oh, okay, Pisces totally seems into me, right? They're expressing their interest and everything, and then as they've been building themselves up to reciprocate that, if you've been withdrawing, they might assume the worst, right? That, oh, I guess Pisces found someone else, right? So that could discourage them in that regard. We'll see what the Oracle cards add to the mix. First, we'll see what we get from the Messages of Love Oracle card deck. I did pre-shuffle the deck, but I'm going to give it a few more shuffles, and then we'll cut the deck and pull a card that way. Okay, so we'll take this card here. We'll get this out of the way, and then we'll do the same thing with the Wisdom of Oracle deck. I also pre-shuffle this deck as well, but we're just looking for a single card here. All right, and I'll put this deck down now. And same thing, like I said, we'll just pull a card from here too. We'll take this one, get this out of the way, and then we'll take a look at the Messages of Love card first. All right, we have Intuition. It says you already know the answer you seek. So interesting one there, right? So I feel like that's saying ultimately, especially if, the storyline is playing out the way I initially saw it, where you were feeling confident toward the connection, but now as they've grown and been more expressive toward you, you've been feeling a little bit withdrawn, like, now you're not wanting to express your feelings to them. This is saying tap into your intuition, right, to see if it really is genuine reciprocation on their part, or if, there's another issue at play there. And from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, we have Chaos and Conflict. Here's the artwork. The number is 33, and we'll see what this has to say. All right, the relationship message says stubbornness is keeping you in a state of opposition. The incessant need to be right will only serve to prolong the conflict that deep down you want to be resolved. This is an opportune moment to learn about your values, your sense of self, and what's really important to you. Some things are non-negotiable. If that's true, it's not necessary to fight. Can you find a way through the stormy emotions to higher ground? Soon the air will clear, and you will be in a much better place than before, for the storm will have passed, blazing a path for new growth in its wake. Things can become electric and enlightened, always better than before, if you use this time constructively. So yeah, definitely an interesting message there, right? Especially where it said, stubbornness is keeping you in a state of opposition. I wouldn't necessarily say this is outright stubbornness in the traditional sense, but more so I feel like this is saying that, well, if you really truly do still have these feelings for this person, like I said, for some of you, maybe what happened there was when you initially approached, if they weren't reciprocating the way you would have liked, you might have taken it as a sign of rejection, and then that could have closed you off. So I feel like this is saying, if you're stubbornly holding on to that feeling of rejection when the reality is starting to show you that that's not actually what it was, I feel like this is saying, that maybe this would be a good time to let that go. But yeah, like I said, it sounds like the energy will more or less pass in the near future anyway. But hope it ever resonates with you guys. We'll wrap up there. Hope you guys have a good holiday season and New Year, and I'll see you all next month. All right.